go. Let's see now. So it tells me that a password is required to view this page. That is so loud, really? Compared to me, I kept tweaking it and it wasn't that loud. So let me see, Nero, if you actually... Yeah, just a second. I'm looking at what you included. Okay. Give me a second so I can get the password. There we go. Don't remember this. Okay. I'm guessing that we don't actually have a download, but we have the run game here. Let's see if this works. Make it full screen. Full screen, it works. Okay, so early development. Now I will need a little bit of guidance. So as far as I can see, there's not an actual UI. Oh, okay. So arrow keys work, WSD works. What else? Space for jumping. So I'm guessing that the whole idea is to do this. Very interesting. I do remember the mechanic since you worked on it. Okay, so those are spikes. Tell me one thing though, as far as I can see, for the first couple of levels, even if I wasn't pressing any button while the thing was moving, it dragged me along. So is that intended or not? Cursor on screen, cursor off screen, no worries. Was that intended or not? How do we do this one? I'm guessing that we... No. Damn, this is quite hard, but I enjoy it. I was asking if, you know, on the first levels, you actually had a part that was moving along. Did that part that was moving along, if you were to jump in it, it dragged you along without you needing to go on the left side or the right side or anything, without any input from the user? Is that intended to drag you along? I would have expected that it would kill me if I wasn't going with it. Oh, so it's intended. Available in It Takes Two? Interesting. For crying out loud. Ah, you just have to get it at the right time. There we go. Ah, really? The game is very minimalistic, very simplistic, even for early stages of development, as you say it is. Even if it's in early, it's quite challenging. I mean, as far as I can see, the controls work very smoothly. Not exactly Flappy Bird annoying, but it does get a little bit... See, it's just... You get it at one point, but then... I would suggest easing the player a little bit in. I mean, the difficulty curve, it's a little bit too steep from what I can tell. Because basically you have the first two levels in which they're pretty straightforward and you can do it with your eyes closed. And I'm either bad at video games or the third level is damn near impossible. Let me try this again. Just from the... Is there any trick to it? I also like the fact that from time to time the character blinks. That's a nice touch. But is there a trick to it? There is one detail that is not taught here yet, oversight from you. Okay, no worries. Can you specify the detail so that I can maybe have a chance at going through the level? Because otherwise, I don't see how I'll be able to, you know, finish it. Okay. So, let me... How do you stick to it? It does not stick. I'm sorry to say. Oh, so basically what you're trying to tell me is that basically I just slide down alongside it. Is that correct? Okay, got that part, but still it's pretty damn challenging. I mean, I'm the type of person that actually doesn't want to quit until it's done. But damn, man. Make the learning curve a little bit less steeper and players will thank you for it. I mean, you have to make it a little bit, in the start levels at least, a little bit more forgiving. Otherwise, you know what, let me try something else. Let's try this one, let's see if it works. There we go, so there was a trick to it. I don't know if that was intended, but I managed to do it, so... So that was the solution. Damn, man. Pretty hard solution, I would say. Okay, I get where this is going. But how the heck am I doing this one now? Jeez Louise, man. As far as the bounding boxes go, you know what you could make this a little bit easier. Let me try it from the other side. You could make this a little bit easier if you actually made the bounding boxes for the spikes a little bit more forgiving. I mean, now it seems like they're almost pixel perfect, but I don't think that's exactly what you would want in this type of scenario. There's one thing called, you know, giving the player a little bit of a leeway, in which basically you... Give me a second, I just pulled out my headphones. So basically, you wouldn't make them pixel perfect. In case you make them pixel perfect, it's gonna become frustrating for the player. You just make it so that they do kill you, but with a little bit of, you know, room to wiggle. So in case some player doesn't make the perfect jump, he will still be able to pass the level. But if the amount of what do you call it, if his mistakes are that big, he's definitely going to die. I mean, that's okay. So that's how it goes. Like the concept that the fact that it changes, and when it changes the color, it basically changes the collision. All in all, honestly, I find this to be a good game. I mean, with a little bit of polish and a little bit more of the, tutorial sections and such, plus some good graphics, art. This is quite an interesting project. There we go. How many levels do you have so far? If I think that it's harder than game I made, on some points, definitely harder than game I made. On some points. Halfway point or a bit past it. Okay. There we go. Okay. I like the fact that it teaches me how to do stuff. But see, once I learn the thing and how to do it, it's pretty easy to go through the levels. But that initial level in which you need to do that, the one with the spikes, the first time the spikes appear, that's brutal, man. So my suggestion would be drop that level or make it a little bit, sometime in the future, not as soon as that. Okay. Okay, how do we do this one now? Doesn't allow me to go on that side. I mean, I know I can do this, but how do I get past that one? Because again, see, it's more than pixel perfect. I need to have a little bit of space to run through. Otherwise, there we go. Oh, wow. Oh, in the inverted, man, what happened? Oh, you just added a couple more spikes. I hate you. Yeah, it's definitely becoming harder than my game. And this is just about that perfect jump, which is not going to happen. This is the hardest level I can see. Have you managed to get past them, Satan? Reno looks weird. Hey, welcome in, man. I'm sorry. I am playing StarCraft, but today is Friday. I'm actually a game developer, and on Fridays, if someone submits a game, I'm gonna play test it and then go back to whatever games I was playing. So if you came for StarCraft, it's gonna be a little bit longer till I get back to it. Otherwise, you can check this game out. It's been made by Neuropathy and his team here in chat. But yeah, sorry. All the levels are really easy. Let me see. Ah, almost had it, for crying out loud. Ah, 2 pixel perfect. I mean, the collision shapes, as mentioned before, are too well done. 2 pixel perfect. Oh, shoots, really? Really? What would be the easiest way to complete the level? Please enlighten me. Well, I found whenever I said the hardest way, I figured it was something along these lines. But again, you know what this reminds me of? Whenever I try to beat Ori. But see, there's the thing. It doesn't have enough momentum to automatically go all the way, so you need to help it at the first jump. But then again, if you get your fingers stuck on that side, you're definitely going to die. And I do get the sticky fingers. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go, finally. Ah, you gotta be joking. Really? Really, man? I hate you. Jump the same way the gravity. Yeah, but... Oh, I think I get what you're saying, Gaffa. But the fact that it doesn't explain it to you... I mean, I'm not the person that would go to handheld games, you know, when they actually give you they tell you what to do and they hold your hand throughout it. I wouldn't actually like those type of games, but oh, for crying out, I get what you're meaning about it right now. It definitely needs some sort of tutorial or something to tell the player, dude, you need to do this. Ah. Okay, so being on the two sides. Now I know what I have to do. I basically have to go along the lines and go like this. A Way Out, good game. It doesn't let me traverse them. Dude, give me the solution. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. It doesn't traverse them. A Way Out, I only played it a bit, Storm, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a good game. I played it with Meryl. I mean, how do you do it? Apparently, yeah, only the corners. Fair point about the throwing the keyboard. You go right, you only have to hold right and press space. Oh, I get what you're saying. But I do appreciate the comment with the keyboard and throwing it and pulling my hair out, but I have lots of hair and I would not like to lose it. Nah. I'm gonna be honest, I like the game. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like the game, but I'm not gonna go through all of it. From past this level. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna pull my hair out off stream and try to figure it out. Like the concept, like the game. Honestly, keep it going. Add a few tutorials in. Early access as it may be, it doesn't hurt to have the player, know what he's doing. So add a few things in, and with a couple of graphics a little bit better than this and all of that, I think it could turn out a very good game, but you're gonna frustrate the players a lot. There are tons of people out there that would enjoy this type of game. I myself like the challenge as well, but I'm not gonna spend an hour trying to figure this out. In Ori 1 when the man... Yeah, exactly, that's what it reminds me of too. Nah, I'm not gonna ban anyone. I mean, I encourage people sending their games, and it's Neuropathies and his team game, so yeah. But we'll stick to the simple style for the most part. I'm not saying change it to a pixel art or anything. I'm just saying make it a little bit more poppy, if that's even the right term for it. I mean, it's very simplistic with the pink and or yellow and all, but just a little bit more of effects or something. Not just have the... It's very simplistic right now, extremely simplistic. But that's only my issue. I would say do it however you want it, but make it a little bit more eye pleasing, because some people will look at that, and on this type of level, having to look at something pretty will actually help you wanna go through it more than looking at a bunch of lines and colors and all that. If you get what I'm saying. That's the only reason that I'm saying try it, make it a little bit more poppy. Anyways, thank you so much for submitting this. And now let's see if we can actually exit this. Okay. Thank you for the submission. And honestly, once you modify it a little bit more, give me another link. I'll try it again because I honestly like it. Now, let's go back. Hold your ears, it's gonna sound